So for our FRC hip circles or hip cars, what we're going to do, we want to be in this quadruped position. Okay, the whole time we're going to be kind of pushing our hands into the ground because we don't want our elbows to start to bend or our body to start to kind of compensate as we do the exercise. So what the exercise is, if I go on it diagonal here for you, we're on all fours. We're going to do working the left leg here. We're going to bring this knee towards our elbow, and then we're going to bring it out, pointing it towards the wall. From here, we want to point the bottom of our foot towards the ceiling. So internally rotating as hard as we can. And then we're going to bring it back down towards the starting position, and then back in like that. And then we're going to do the exact same thing in reverse. So we're going to kick our foot up towards the ceiling, going into glute and hip extension. From here, we're going to bring it around towards the side, keeping the top of the foot pointing towards the ceiling. And then from here, we're going to do the opposite, where the foot comes down as far as we can, and then in. Okay, so working on hip range of motion in a contracted, controlled position, right? So we get all those muscles working to control that hip. Something to keep in mind as we do this when we start is we want to make sure that we're flexing. Think about flexing every muscle in the body. So we're going to be as rigid as we can throughout the body as we start that motion. As we bring this knee up, I want you to think about as much hip flexion, as much knee to chest motion as you can, and then maintaining that contraction as we bring it up. So you should be shaking as you do this. You're working, contracting those muscles as hard as you can to get in these positions and really stressing those muscles in this controlled motion. Okay, so the whole body is rigid, and then you're really working those muscles at 100% as you're doing it at those end ranges of motion. So really working the glute here to get that hip extension. Working out towards the side, as much getting that foot close to the ground as you can, and then bringing it in. Again, making sure that we're not compensating by bending an elbow here or there. So if I come out to the side, and as I start doing this motion, I start to bend to get into that range of motion. No, we want all that range of motion to come only from our hip. So no compensating through here. Okay, so go nice and slow with this one. Give it a shot.